Hi, it's Wasabi. Welcome back to the channel. Today's battle's on Fisherman's Bay map, and we've got Pyrotechnical from 1AR. He's in the EBR 105, and he's in a platoon with Drunk Monkey. Now, we've had a few videos from Drunk Monkey, otherwise known as Mellow, and it's an all tier 10 battle. Alright, so Pyro's coming to the middle here, taking up this bush. We can spot things. He's running food to extend his view range and improve his crew skills, which does help a great deal. So every skill gets improved, reload time, driver skills, that sort of thing. So definitely worth running food if you can afford to replace one of the kits that you would use. Now the common one to avoid when using food is to replace your automated fire extinguisher. So it helps if you train your crew with firefighting skills. It's not completely a replacement for automated fire extinguisher, but it certainly helps. It might just prevent you from burning to death if you get hit. In any case, it's a risk you've got to take if you want to get the best performance. So that's why you see a lot of top players using it. It just gives you that extra edge. I'd also say, buy them when they're on sale, because they cost as much as your other premium consumables, but they get used as soon as you start the battle, regardless of how long you're in the battle. And if you forget and leave it on your vehicle when you're in a training ground, then it still gets used. So it's just one of those things you just got to be cognizant of. In any case, alright, first kill to that Pyro's done. Managed to get rid of the enemy EBR. So he's got a little bit of spotting damage as well, and that gives him a bit of confidence to move forward. Now, so we're playing without mods here because this video came out on the first day of the new patch, so there's a bit less information available, so we might just have to look at some other sources here. But that was the only light tank on each side. So in any case, doing a good job of spotting here. No, he did get spotted there. I thought he might have got a bit too close to the 121B, and it bounces a shell from the Gorilla 15. This is one of the features, I suppose, one of the complaints as well about the EBRs is they're so hard to damage, because most of the sides are tyres. And particularly if you hit the middle tyres when they're not in use, they don't slow the vehicle down or impede its ability to turn. So yeah, you do get a few lucky breaks when you're driving them, that's for sure. Alright, but he knows now roughly where that Gorilla was, and he can take a few more risks here, just using his speed and ability to turn to avoid being hit. And the fact that he's gotten rid of the enemy light tank, he can use the bushes here, which typically the enemy side use. Now let's just make the minimap a little bit larger. Apologies for that. Gets reset each time you get a new patch. And now he's spotted FE4005, who's taking a bit of a hammering there. He might just have pulled back into cover there, which is what he needs. And then you can see the enemy 121B, which I think is actually looking his way. So Pyro not falling for the trap to fire at that target. And you also notice that his gun is still pointing the same way. That's holding down your right mouse button and just locking your gun in place so that it doesn't move around while you're changing your view, which does come in handy, particularly if you keep intending to shoot in the direction that you originally were and you just want to look around. Alright, there's that FE4005 again. He pops out, gets spotted straight away. But where's the Object 277? So that's what he's got to find out next. And here we go, proxy spotted him as soon as he got to the rock, but makes it a little bit dangerous there for Pyro, but the object would have to come around to do any damage to him. He's well protected here. Maybe potentially he could fall victim to Artie, but that's about it. So he pulls back. just to make sure he's completely unspotted. This Drunk Monkey in the 907, just coming up to see if he gets spotted as well. So just popping up there, doesn't get lit. And he picks up a bit of assisted damage done to the 121B too, which is useful. Alright, so one thing we can tell, the team is a little bit in front here. Okay, they've spotted another FE4005 who fires at him but hits the dirt in front. And there's the Gorilla 15. And now he's got protection here from the berm. He's got under the enemy guns, they can't fire down, and of course not enough depression, and gets rid of that FE4005. Was a pretty exposed position, so a bit unfortunate there. There's a Progetto 65 across there too, which he would have spotted. And he might be an AFK player actually, so a bit unfortunate there. Puts a shot in, but he gets a hit from the 121B, so takes a bit of damage there. But he's already got nearly 6,000 damage, 5,700. So he's continuing to light these tanks up, particularly the 121B. Oh, and there's the other FE4005. Who gets taken out almost straight away. It's lovely to hear the shots whistling overhead. And now we can focus back on this Object 277. He's got the rear of him, so he puts a nice shot in there. And probably leaving to be taken care of by Drunk Monkey, who will be able to out DPM him for sure. In fact, there he goes. So time now to advance down the back line, get rid of the Gorilla and the 121B. Just watch out for the rocks there. And he gets spotted by the Gorilla, so a bit too close, but now the Gorilla gets completely wiped out. So 1800 hit points of damage right there for assisted. And that takes him over the 8,000 mark for assisted damage, so doing really well here on this map. A bit surprising, this is the sort of numbers you get on more open maps like Steps and Proc, but he's getting really the most out of his play style. So advancing down the bushes here, the bushes. Now typically this tank's in the corner around the A8, A9 area, so while those tanks are lit down there, they're not tanks that he's lighting, but there will be something in front of him. So as he comes down here, he's taking another risk here. Certainly there will be arty around, but there might also be TDs. And in fact there's an FE4005 down there that he didn't see. So he pulls back here pretty much out of shot of the FV. But also no one can really shoot him, so he's right down in the corner. Now, that's sort of an area that you take up if you're more like an arty, but there's a TD if you're trying to defend the 8 line for tanks coming down through the city, but I'd say that FV is really not adding a lot of value to his team. So just wandering around, just keeping the FV lit, hoping that someone will get in a position relatively quickly to do some damage. And there we go. Looks like Drunk Monkey, he's actually shot the E100, but fine, that FV's been taken down. And Pyro gets the kill. In fact, there's the arty, Object 261, last vehicle left, and he doesn't last that long. So, pretty rapid game there. There's still 6 minutes left in the game, and we've got over 10,000 combined damage here. Alright, so we've got the results here. So he's done 1,000 hit points of his own damage and just over 10.1, nearly 10.2k of assisted damage there. So that gives him a total combined damage of 11.2, and he's picked up 2 kills as well. Now that's earned him the Patrol Duty Medal, and he's managed to get a first class mastery badge there. So let's see how he's compared to the team. Alright, so finished on top of the experience there with 1134. Now, currently on the Asia server, the EBR 105 Ace Tanker mark is 1272 and first class is 1107, so he's just sort of in the middle there. Anyway, great effort there from Pyro. Drunk Monkey came in next with the most damage as well, with 4.8k, and yeah, getting some, obviously the spotting from Pyro, so just under that with the XP, but yeah, they're the top platoon there. And in fact, they managed to pick up another platoon member there. I didn't notice that, the Progetto 65, who did nearly 4k as well. So yeah, great effort there from that platoon. And on the enemy team, one of the E100s did 3.7, the other one doing 2.2. They're probably the standout players there, and you can see quite a few 0 damages there. And not surprising from what we saw from the positioning, etc. All right, so let's have a look at his performance. Well, shots fired is probably not the measure that we're looking at here. He did five shots, 4 of them hit, and all 4 of those penetrated. But it's really the spotting damage there, the 10,161 of assisted damage there. So with personal reserves running, he managed to get an income of 116,000, and of course very low cost, so really just paying for his consumables, and that's the food really, that's the cost there, and not much in the way of ammo. So managed to make a very decent profit at tier 10 of 85k, which you just would not sneeze at. So thanks Pyro for the content, very much appreciated. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, perhaps you would consider doing that. We'll have more great content like this to follow, and thanks very much for watching.